Hello, and a very warm welcome to you from Homemade TV. My name's Chris Gosling. It is the 22nd of July 2020, and I'm running about 12 minutes late. I owe you a sincere apology for that. I'm afraid it's one of those things that happens sometimes. During today or yesterday and today, I've got really rather too involved, I think you might say, with a story that's concerning me, and I'm still working on it, and I hope to bring you an update on that on Friday. It is quite a serious story, and it's the kind of thing that, to be blunt, I like investigating and look at. So it's really kind of dragged this show back a little bit, but I've still got a little mountain of stuff for you that I think you might be interested in. The first thing I want to do on the show, though, is to say a big thank you, and that's to two ladies, Tracy and Jo, from Age UK Suffolk. Now, as you probably know, Age UK Suffolk is closing down this Friday, the 24th of July. Really sad to hear this, because there's some brilliant people out there who are losing their jobs and going to have to hunt around to find new ones. I hope they don't take too long to do so. I was involved, or should I say, I was lucky enough really to be involved with something that they called Zoomwag on Age UK Suffolk last Friday, and I thought that was fantastic. It was a great way of getting people together, but sadly it was the last one of its kind for that organisation, and they won't be having any more. But I just wanted to really say to Tracy and Jo and to anybody else involved, including the people who were taking part, that was great. That was really interesting, and it is exactly the kind of thing that we need during lockdown and that we need during similar problems. It's a really good thing to do. Okay, so I just wanted to say that. Right, to Age UK Suffolk, I think a lot of people will miss you guys when you go. Okay, I'm going to stay with Age UK really and show you this. This is something called Letters from Lockdown. As you probably know, if you know anything about Age UK, they have branches all over the UK, and they have one in Camden in London. Camden's a London borough with around 10,000 retired people, old age pensioners if you like, who live in that borough. And obviously the lockdown was a really difficult and horrendous experience for some of them. And Aging Better in Camden, which is part of or joined up with Age UK Camden, they actually got some of their members to write letters, or newsletters if you like, about what they were doing, how they were feeling, how their lives were going while they were in lockdown. Now they've published those online, and I'd like to recommend them to you. What I'll do with this is I will put some links in both the comments on Facebook and the comments on YouTube after the show to link to Aging Better in Camden and Age UK Camden, so that you can take a look at these for yourselves. They're really interesting. Good morning, young Alan Abbott. I'm pleased to see you out there in the real world. I hope you're doing stuff, and I hope you're going to have a beer for me sometime today. Hope you're keeping well, Alan. Okay, so that kind of clears us up as far as Age UK in Camden is concerned. But the one that won't go away, I'm going to talk about a story that I think will probably never go away, but I just wanted to give you some figures that I dug up the other day. And here you go. UK elderly suffer the worst poverty rate in Western Europe. Now, we allegedly live in a civilized society, and we get politicians constantly tell us about how good life is and how wonderful a time we have, and how even more wonderful it's going to be when we come out of Brexit. The question I have to ask you is, what are they doing about this kind of thing? What are they doing about the fact that apparently 5% of the UK's elderly population lives in poverty? It really is scary. The organisation that did this report about a year ago now is someone called Pension Reforms and Old Age Equalities in Europe. And they say the problem is low basic payments and means-tested supplements. I think this is really a very telling, if you like, a very telling kind of article, and you will find it, in a link that I'm going to publish again on Facebook and again on YouTube, so that you can read this for yourself. And it says, what can we say? I'll read you the actual sentence that it says. Income tested or means tested targeted benefits are needed to supplement basic pensions and to lift them out of severe poverty. Every sixth British pensioner receives such additional benefits. Do you find that disgusting? I find that completely awful, and I think that we as a country, a so-called civilized country, should be somewhat ashamed of ourselves. So I guess this is a bit of a rant today, isn't it? I think that's disgusting, and I'm deeply saddened to see that number of people actually need that level of help. It's not nice. It's not good. It's not what we should have in a civilized country. What am I going to say to you next? Okay, what I'm going to say to you is a couple of little things. First, I want to say to you, share your news, your stories, your expertise, and your enthusiasm with Homemade TV. Get involved. Your news and your stories count. And if you are a blogger or a vlogger or want to be one of those people, develop your skills and grow your audience with us. We're looking for correspondents about all kinds of things like travel, like whatever you like pensions, like pension schemes for people who are on the way to retirement. And what I'd like to develop is some people who want to build their own blogs and vlogs, but would like to make maybe a start with us, contribute to this show, and then gradually build their own business outside it. I think that would be grand. So let's see what we can find. If you're a older person who does stuff like that, I'd just love to hear from you. Get in touch with me, and let's just give you that one as well. This comes up at the end of the show, but this is where you'll find us. You can find us, obviously, I think, on Facebook, which is where we mostly are at the moment. You can find us on Twitter. You can leave us a phone message, or you can leave us a text message on the phone number that we give you there, which is 07943 043 948, or you can email me myself personally at chris@homemadetv.co.uk. I'd love to hear from you. So don't hesitate to get in touch. Let's go back to our messages. I really think this is a very, very true one. It's from young Alan Abbott, who says, unfortunately, the elderly are classed as a soft target. And I think that's something we'll be talking about more and more as we go along, because the honest truth is the way our government's going at the moment. I think we're probably going to have another election before too many months have gone past. Who knows? What do you think? I would love to have your opinion of how the government is going and how our country is going. Let's see who else we've got out there. We've got young Mike Harvey Murray, who's out there with the dogs. I don't know whether you're with the dogs, Mike, but I hope you are, and I hope you're doing well. So thanks for that, Mike. And let's get back to the oddments I was going to talk about today. Let's just clear that one out of the way. Goodness me. There we go. Okay, as you see, we've got lots going on these days. Things are happening more, and we've got more people getting involved, which I think is terrific. Okay, don't forget, you can email me on this email address. It's chris@homemadetv.co.uk. Get in touch. Give me a shout. I'd love to have your opinion on anything you want to talk about. And I hear from young Mike. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mike, but I'm sure you will be reunited soon with the dogs. But we're waiting with bated breath to see the dogs pouncing about again. And hopefully you'll be able to get on with the stuff that you want to do this summer. Okay, so let's see where we're going from here. We'll just get rid of that banner. There we go. This is all technical, isn't it, really? And we'll get back to where we should have been a little while ago. Okay. One of the things that's going to be coming up, I hope, in coming shows is I'm hoping to talk to a few authors and a few other people about things that they're doing. I've just discovered this author, which is a lady called Ellie Griffiths. I think she's fantastic. She writes 2 or 3 series of novels, and the one I've got into is a series about a lady archaeologist who gets involved with murder investigations, which I think is a lot of fun. The character name is Dr. Ruth Galloway, and I find Ellie Griffith a really interesting, just kind of engaging kind of author. I don't know about you, but I spend a reasonable amount of time reading. I like to have a nice reading afternoon beside the seaside once or twice a week, if we can. And certainly reading Dr. Ruth Galloway's adventures, if you like. Interesting stuff. I think she's worth reading. You can find her in the local library, but I will hopefully be having the author, that's Ellie Galloway, on the show, I hope, on Friday, if she's got the time. She's a busy woman writing all these books, but I think she writes a fantastic novel, so I don't hesitate to recommend it to you. What else have we got today? Well, not a lot more, to be honest with you. We're kind of running down because I've got involved, as I said to you earlier, in that ongoing story that's, I suppose you'd say, it's engaged me quite a lot. But I will say this to you, do join in with us, get involved, and hopefully we will see more and more stories on Homemade TV very soon. Now, I will be back on Friday. Hopefully, I'll have Ellie Griffiths as a guest on Friday's show. If you have something that you would like to say to the world, I also can invite you as a guest. Don't forget that we can actually involve you in the show live as it happens if you wish to be involved. In the meantime, let me say this to you. Are you ready for this? I am Chris. This is Homemade TV, and hopefully I will see you on Friday.